Today I'm going to be talking about how I pick a cigar. Now, welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Zach. I'm 23. I make cigar videos here on YouTube. I post every other day. With all that being said, if you've been watching my channel for a while and you haven't hit that subscribe button, do me the favor. I would really appreciate if you do enjoy my videos, hit that sub button. It helps my channel. And if you enjoy this video and you watch the end, a little like always goes a long way. So with all that being said, let's get right into it. How I pick a cigar. So there's many different ways I pick a cigar. I'm a bit of a nerd. So I'm going to start with number one. Me and a couple buddies do text back and forth and recommend cigars just because we all have different tastes and we all try different things. Now, my thing is when I talk to my buddies about cigars, we tend to know each other's likes because, bro, some of my buddies got me into cigars. So I tend to send them a picture of, hey, I really enjoy this. And they know based off that cigar, a couple others I might enjoy that they have actually tried themselves and can kind of recommend, based off like that. Now, if you have friends like that, that is awesome, bro, because that is number one way of getting cigar recommendations. Because when your buddies have been into cigars longer than you, it is always helpful. Now, if you're the first into getting into cigars, let me talk to you a couple ways I've also been trying different cigars. Now, like all of us when I first started, I would just walk into the humidor at a shop and shop with my eyeballs, because what's better than looking at a fancy looking label, buying it, getting home and going, wow, this thing sucks. So what I will say is, what I've done now is I've done a little bit more researching about cigars than anything, learning the shades I like, the wrappers, binders, all that fun stuff. I don't really look at the binders, I'm not gonna lie to you, but mainly the shade of cigar. So I started out, like everyone, I really like a Connecticut. And obviously I liked it because my palate kind of got it more than it did some of the other stuff, which made sense. Now I like me a good Maduro, I ain't gonna lie to you. So some of the other cigars now that I shop for tend to be in the category of what I've liked before. So if you've tried, you guys hear me talk about the cigar all the time, the Underground 10, you're gonna look at other cigars based off, how that one's made, where it's from. That tends to be sometimes how I shop, because that allows me to know, well, I really like this cigar, I might like this one as well. Does that always work out? No. Does it most of the time work out? For the most part. Now, there's been other cigars that have shocked me that I've tried that were nothing I've liked, and I've truly, truly enjoyed it. Now, I've used websites that talk about the flavor notes, the strength, and everything. I'm a big Reddit guy. I like going on Reddit because I'm on cigar pages and just reading off what other people have liked, the reviews. It allows me to sit back when I'm bored. Instead of watching YouTube, I read. Shocker. And I read Reddit. Dude, I don't know what it is with Reddit, but the cigar pages on there, people pretty detailed about the cigars they like and what they've tried. So it kind of does help. Guess what else I do? I watch YouTube about cigars that people have also liked. Now, when I watch YouTube about cigars, I tend to watch people that are just not affiliated with companies, just because I like seeing what their opinion is about a cigar, because they're going to be the most honest, and they're going to tell you exactly what it is. If they didn't like it, they didn't like it. Now, I always take what people say with a grain of salt, because just because someone else didn't like it, your palate might be a little different. So you got to experiment, try what's a lot of cigars. Buy as many as you can. Don't take that with a grain of salt. Don't blow a bunch of money. But buy what you can, what you think you might enjoy, because that's kind of how cigars are. You don't know until you try it. So you can always look up all these things, and then at the end of the day, you might not end up liking it, or you might really enjoy it. It really all depends. I know this video is a whole lot of nothing. When you think about it, it's you don't really know. But those are some of the ways I've been kind of looking at cigars and trying to see what I do and don't like. And for me, my biggest one that's helped me, guys, like I said in the beginning of the videos, is buddies that recommend you cigars. Because again, if they know what you like already and they've smoked a lot, that always helps. But if you don't have that, you can always go online and search up cigars and look at them, see what about them you like. It's usually cigars you don't think you're gonna like, the ones that shock you. Because that's happened to me quite a few times now. The cigars I did think I was gonna like, which at first was gonna be Ashton, I thought I was really gonna enjoy it. I personally didn't. And a lot of people love Ashton. I personally didn't. Excuse me. Now, I was not sure I was going to like the Underground series. I've loved every Underground I've tried so far. Perdomo, I like a lot of Perdomos, and there's some Perdomos I really don't like. So it's all based off your palate is going to be the end result. And a newer palate isn't going to like what someone that's been smoking for 10 to 15 years is going to like. So you got to also keep that in mind. But yeah, that's kind of like the rough summary of this video, guys. It's something I wanted to talk about is how I pick cigars. I personally get a lot of recommendations from buddies, and I also do a lot of looking online to see what I think I would and wouldn't like. And I won't lie to you, I've spent a lot of money on cigars I've really enjoyed, and I've also spent some on I don't personally enjoy. So it all comes down to your palate. And unfortunately, looking online or a buddy recommendation at the end of the day too also isn't gonna make your palate be like, hell yeah, I like that cigar. So I know this video could have been a little like nothing, like you felt like you just watched nothing, so I do apologize, but this is truly how it is when it comes to finding what you like. You really don't know until you try it. And that's kind of awesome with cigars, because like if you don't like it, guys, you don't got to finish it. Put that cigar down. It's also why I always recommend don't go out and buy $15, $30 cigars when you're first getting into cigars. Try those $7, $8, $10, $3, $4, $5 cigars. One of my favorite cigars that are really cheap is called the Zeno. It's phenomenal. And guess who it's made by? Davidoff. I find that Zeno Davidoff much better than I found other Davidoffs that are like $15 to $20. So keep that in mind when you're getting into cigars, guys. They always don't have to be very expensive. Try the cheap stuff. It's sometimes even better than the more expensive stuff, the Cuban sandwiches. But with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy another one of my videos. This one is been an interesting one for me because I had to like kind of think about, some of the stuff I've tried to getting in, like to picking cigars, and most of the time it's just, recommendations and stuff. But with all that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Thank you again for watching. If you did enjoy, which I hope you did, drop that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 300. And with all that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day. Later, skaters.